How do you know when you're making the right decision for yourself? As a coach, most of my clients will come to me and they will ask me all these should questions, all these should questions. They will ask me questions like, Lily, do you think I should quit my job and maybe start that resort that I've always dreamt of? I'm really unhappy in this marriage. Do you think I should leave my husband? Or best yet, I get this often. It's like, I'm feeling a lot of stress. Maybe I should try meditation. And every time a client asks me that question, I always have the same smile. I kind of smile at them like, you know what the answer is. If you are asking me this question, you're probably just looking for my permission for you to go out there and actually do the thing. You want to do it. So the answer is what? You say it. It's yes. You should go out there and do that thing or leave that relationship, start that business. I think a lot of people, the reason why they don't want to answer their own question is because they have all of these different fearful thoughts that come up. If I leave my husband, I will never find love again. I'm going to be lonely. What about his feelings? I'm concerned that how he's going to react. Or if I start my own business, it's going to fail, obviously, because 90% of businesses fail in the first 3 years. So I'm going to be one of them, and I'm going to lose all this money, and my life is going to end. And all sorts of things go over in your head. So if you feel like someone else is saying that you should do it, you would kind of take the responsibility away from you to someone else. So if it does fail and shit does go down south, you have someone to blame. And I know it sounds incredibly cruel for me to say something like this. You're like, Lily, are you saying that your clients want to blame you if things go south? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that at a very subconscious level, when we look for approval and permission from other people, in a way we're giving our power away and our responsibility away. So either way, however things work out, we don't have control over it. But what I'm here to tell you is that you have 100% control of your own life and your destiny. And you have 100% of the answers. When my clients come to me, I am simply a truth mirror. That's all I am. I'm good at asking questions. I'm good at reflecting the truth back to them. And oftentimes they leave like, huh, I actually didn't think of it that way. But your answers were already there. So what do you do if you don't have a coach constantly reflecting questions back at you or constantly reflecting the truth back on you? What do you do? So I do want to help you because I know that having a coach is not accessible for everybody. So that's why I do a lot of these YouTube videos, because I want to help people who don't have coaches and who don't have access to it, to kind of help you kind of coach yourself through a lot of things. And even if you do have a coach, I'm not with you 24/7, right? I'm not there with you in the middle of the night asking you questions like, well, what do you think? So I do want to help you guys with that. So if you feel like you're in a crossroads and you're like, I don't know if I should do this thing, here are the 3 different things to look at, okay? So number 1 is really have the awareness of the questions you're asking. So for example, if you are asking yourself the questions like, should I do X, Y, and Z? Or what if I took a leap and I decided to sell all my things and move to a different country? And just like listen to it. You will never say to yourself, like if you're not excited about something, you're never going to say to yourself like, should I just stay at my terrible job and hate my life for the rest of eternity? You wouldn't say that. You're like, my job pisses me off. So I'm going to go out there and get another job. Do you think I should do that? Like you already know the answer. The answer is yes. You already know in your body how that feels like. So that's the first thing. Take stock of all the questions you ask yourself. And just like, actually, this is an exercise that I heard Kyle Cease talking about. He's like, just write down all the questions that you have, that you're asking yourself. Should I blah, 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 blah? What if I blah, 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 blah. All of these different things. And just look at it. And really see how it feels for you in your body. Like read it. For me, one of the things that came up for me during meditation is that it's like, what if you decided to take the 2 things you absolutely love in the entire world is nature and coaching and put it together in one, what would you give birth to? And the answer to me, I'm like, I would do a nature retreat. I would go to the most beautiful place in the world, and I would do a retreat for the 10 of the closest clients I have, or I could invite even new people. That was my answer. And in my head, I'm like, should I do it? Of course I should do it, because that's so exciting for me, which kind of, so I'm giving you guys a little secret here. I have actually committed myself in doing that next year. I am going to host a retreat in Central America, in one of the most, probably Costa Rica. I'm going to be doing something, a really small little retreat. Probably it would be max 10 people. And that just came to me out of nowhere, because I was asking myself these questions and I answered it, and without responding with fear, like, oh, what if no one shows up? Oh, it's so expensive. I have no money. Blah, 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 all of these different things. I'm like, what if I did do that? And my body just got so excited. So ask yourself that. So when you look at those questions, like, how does it feel? Does it make you feel excited? Does it make your heart beat faster? Does it, give you a little bubbly thing in your stomach? So if you're really excited about it, then that is a thing that you should go out there and do. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you should leave certain relationships. Maybe you should leave a job. You should do this. Like, does that thought of it like make you feel lighter and excited? So that's the first thing. Take stock of your questions. The second thing is, if you want to hold yourself accountable, again, I love accountability partners. I really do. And at the same time, I feel like that could be used as an excuse sometimes, right? People are like, Lily, well, I don't have an accountability partner. Every single person around me is so negative. They don't have so I can't do the thing because I don't have Okay, so you need to hold yourself accountable. The way that I hold myself accountable is I do things right away. So giving you the example of my retreat idea that I got during meditation yesterday, I went online and immediately I did tell someone, right? Like, he's not holding me accountable or anything like that, but I'm speaking into existence. So that way I have already declared it socially that I am going to do it. And I'm a very, I consider myself of someone with a lot of integrity. Like, I have integrity. I stick to my word. If I say that I'm going to do something, I will do something, unless it's completely misaligned with what I'm doing. So I got online and I spoke to one of my friends, and I told him that, this is the idea I have. I am going to host a retreat. It will be like an upgrade for your life. It will be a vacation for the soul, and I want you to know about this. And I want you to be a part of it. So not only am I committing to myself, I'm also committing to him, because I told him that I want you to be a part of it. So having some kind of like social declaration, because I think most human beings don't like being the person that doesn't follow through. Even though he is not holding me accountable, he's not my accountability partner, but I have declared it, I've spoken into existence, it's gone. So commit to it. Like, the time is now. What do you need to do? If you need to quit your job, like, what is it that you need to do? Do you need to start looking for another job? Or do you need to start researching how to start your own business? Do you need to reach out to someone? Do you need to tell somebody? Like, what is it? If you, even harder, if you're trying to leave a relationship, for example, what is the next thing that you need to do? Like, do you need to call up your partner and say, I need to talk to you at 10 p.m. tonight, or something like that? Do it right away, because as soon as you have clarity over what it is that you want, you need to take action. And it doesn't have to be this massive leap. It could just be a small step towards it, whatever it is. Or maybe your small step towards it is actually going out there and doing something big. Awesome, do it. So those are the two things. And the last part is, I always end with most things about around the same thing, is having trust in yourself. You just do, right? The reason why we are always trying to get clarification from other people or trying to get permission from other people, because deep down inside we feel like we cannot trust our own judgment. And trusting in your own judgment comes in different ways. One of the ways is just to keep doing it. Keep asking yourself the right question. make that decision. And I'm telling you, any decision that comes from your heart and that is exciting for you, or maybe it's like a freeing or release for you, will never ever be the wrong decision for you. Even if your life went up in flames, which is rarely the case, even if it did, you will never ever feel like that was a wrong decision if you followed your heart. So that's it, guys. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.